Welcome! Have you ever wondered why some people seem to succeed effortlessly while others struggle despite their best efforts? Why do some people stay healthy even with bad habits, while others get sick despite taking good care of themselves? Today, we're going to explore a powerful concept deeply rooted in Eastern thought, especially Korean Buddhism, the idea of bok, or good fortune, and how it shapes our lives. We'll also talk about prayer, karma, effort, and how these things intertwine in ways both mysterious and practical. In many Western cultures, we often hear the phrase, you can do anything if you just try hard enough. It's an inspiring thought. But is it always true? In real life, we see many people who try incredibly hard and still fall short. Meanwhile, others seem to float through life, with opportunities falling into their laps. Why? In Korean Buddhism, we say, this difference often comes down to bok, a kind of spiritual credit, a bank of blessings or merit that supports us in unseen ways. Imagine two people starting a race. One begins at the starting line, another starts halfway ahead. Is the race fair? That's how life works. Some people are born into wealthy families, have great health or natural talents. Others are born into hardship. Effort matters, but it often only adds to the position we're already in. That doesn't mean effort is useless. Far from it. But it does mean that effort works best when combined with something deeper: fortune, karma, and spiritual alignment. Now, this doesn't mean we just sit around and wait for good things to happen. That would be like sitting under a persimmon tree, hoping fruit will fall into your mouth. Instead, we act. We cultivate fortune. And one traditional way to do this is through prayer. But prayer in Korean Buddhism isn't just about asking the universe for things. It's not about saying, please let me win the lottery, or please give me a good job, and then going back to watching TV. No, it's about sincerity. It's about repetition. And most importantly, it's about being specific. You don't just pray for world peace or everyone's happiness, unless you're putting effort into making that happen. You pray for what directly concerns your life, path, your karma, your inner transformation. Let me give you a modern example. Think about asking a friend for a favor. If you just say, can you help me sometime? It's vague. They might not take it seriously. But if you say, I need your help moving next Saturday at 3 p.m., because I have no one else to call, that's clear. There's a real chance they'll say yes. Prayer works the same way. Vague wishes are like whispers in the wind. Specific, heartfelt prayers, especially those repeated with focus, have power. In Buddhist temples in Korea, people often engage in what's called Gido, or devotional prayer. It's not only about speaking words. It's a practice of mental focus, repetition, and sincerity. And when people say they received a miracle or felt a divine blessing, what they often mean is that their sincere energy aligned with the moment of opportunity. Think of it as tuning a radio. If your signal is clear and your timing is right, the station comes through. That's Gopi grace, spiritual resonance, divine response. But here's the catch: just like anything valuable in life, spiritual merit or good fortune must be earned or inherited. Sometimes it's inherited from previous lives, according to Buddhist belief. Other times it's cultivated through acts of kindness, generosity, and sincere prayer. And sometimes we miss out, not because we didn't pray, but because our prayer wasn't clear or because we weren't prepared to receive what we asked for. Let's talk about luck for a moment. Many people say, that person just got lucky. But in Buddhism, luck isn't random. It's the fruit of past causes. Some people sowed seeds of generosity, compassion, or wisdom in the past, maybe even in past lives, and they reap the results today. Others may have created obstacles for themselves through harmful actions. This isn't about blaming victims. It's about understanding the depth and complexity of life's unfolding. Now, here's something important. Even if you don't believe in past lives, the principle still works. If you help others today, build good relationships, speak kindly, give generously, and live with integrity, people will be more likely to help you tomorrow. You create the fortune field in which good things can grow. In Buddhism, we call this karma, cause and effect, not as punishment or reward, but as a natural law. So, can prayer really change your life? Yes, but only if it's done with clarity, intention, and sincerity. Prayer is a method of aligning your mind with your goals. It's not about magic, it's about tuning your entire being toward a direction, and then walking that path with every action. It's strategic, it's deliberate, and it's deeply human. Some people think prayer and spiritual practices are only for the weak or the desperate. That's not true. Just like athletes train their bodies, spiritual people train their minds and hearts. Prayer is like a gym for your inner world. It strengthens your resilience. It brings you clarity. It helps you stay centered when life gets chaotic. And sometimes, yes, it opens doors you never saw before. Let's wrap up with a final thought. Whether you believe in karma, divine grace, or simply the power of mindset, one thing is clear. People who live with intention, people who act with compassion and purpose, often create better outcomes for themselves and for others. That is the essence of Bach. That is the foundation of sincere prayer. And that is the quiet, powerful truth at the heart of Korean Buddhism. Thank you for watching. If this gave you a new perspective on life, spirituality, or prayer, consider subscribing for more stories from Eastern wisdom and Buddhist thought. And remember, whatever you seek, seek it with clarity, sincerity, and heart. See you next time.